Okay, we're just about to start, so I ended the last VOD and started it again, just so that, you know, the VODs are in order and none of them get muted by Twitch for playing Pandora in the background. Just waiting for the last people to get ready here. Alright, just want to say hi, and quick recap. This is the AMZN Day1 Dota Guild Grand Finals of the in-house league here. So a bunch of people that work together decided to play together, and this is what they're doing. So I'm going to switch to my Dota screen, and players are loading in, all good to go. Again, if you have any video sound issues that you notice, please note them in the stream chat, and I'll get on them as best I can. It may have to wait for a solution until game 2, though, because we are on a 6-minute delay for competition. These guys are for reals. I usually play on a 2-minute delay or something like that, and they asked for a little bit longer one, and I wasn't going to stop them. So, here we are, dropping in the draft. I believe this is a Dire Team 4 and a Radiant Team 7. As the teams were split out into numbers at the very beginning. Team 7 claims that they have a name and that they don't like it. So I don't know what that is. On the other side, Dire, we've cast them before. If you happen to tune into that one, that did happen. I cast them before, and they are called Bias for Atos, which of course is a reference to one of the AMZN leadership principles, Bias for Action. Very clever name. Kudos to those guys for coming up with that one. Dig it. So we're going to see a Doom ban and a Juggernaut ban. Not super surprising. Doom, a good hero all around. Got that crazy disable. And Juggernaut, just crazy uber popular right now. Everybody wants to play Juggernaut. We just cast a game with the Juggernaut. Alright, need to close some things up and make sure I'm totally busy and away and notifications are disabled for everything infinitely forever. One of those caster things. Alright. Cool. Going to move this down here. Alright. So, back to the draft. Sorry about that. We got a Faceless ban and a Razor ban, so we're banning the TI4 meta now. And picking a Viper for Dire. Bias for Atos, going to come out with that Viper. That is kind of a bias for action. He has a lot of early action going on. Very strong hero with a strong early laning phase. Viper is awesome for just dominating those lanes. And we'll see how Radiant respond here. Team 7 picking their supports first with Jakiro and Ogre Magi. Both very strong right now. You know, I've been seeing a lot of Eul's pickups, and Jakiro loves Eul's. And Ogre is just so tanky. These are like two of the highest effective HP support heroes in the game, actually, I believe. Like, Ogre is so freaking tanky, and Jakiro also quite tanky for an intelligence support. So they're coming out with the fatties to counter that Viper high damage output, and see how it works out for them. Go into reserve time. Come on. Normally, I would give you some information, tell you more about what these teams normally pick, but I have none. I got nothing. I would love to do some research and extol all the team's virtues to you, but I have zero resources to that end. So this one is going to be a very play-by-play cast with a little bit less color commentary than I generally aim for. But you know, we'll see. It could be cool. And exciting nonetheless. but that is a lot of reserve time to chat through. 40 full seconds of reserve time, and we've got a Centaur War Runner, a nice strong offlaner, a big amount of magic nuke, and good hero all around. Looks like we're gonna hit the 6-minute delay. In about 30 seconds, things will be live. And yeah, going through the next band, Slark, big pub stomp hero, scary to play against in the right hands. So I imagine, especially if you're Slark is one of those heroes that is often a particular ban where you've seen this team come out and just run over people with Slark. Not a super common ban in generally speaking. It's interesting. They're picking out all of these carries. Not a single support hero banned yet. All carry core kind of heroes coming out here. Everybody really worried about those big, fat, scary carries. So hopefully this is all good. Yeah, sounds like stuff is on. Cool. And a T-Blade. Alright. So Medusa and Terrorblade, some more late game carries getting banned. I wonder if we'll see Naga get banned, or if that's like the one that doesn't get banned that Radiant decides to pick. Venge. Okay, our first support hero ban. Nice. An interesting choice. Venge, pretty popular. Great at disabling blinks. Great at saving her team. Lifestealer, there's one I wasn't expecting right away. Huh. But Lifestealer, pretty effective against Centaur War Runner, has the free BKB in Rage, and can eat away at all those hit points. Also decent against Viper, can purge off all that stuff with his Rage, although not the slow. The slow is still pretty strong. Lifestealer also an exciting hero, though, with that recent change where he can control the creeps. He's a fun one to watch, so hopefully we get a little bit of that action, and hopefully I will catch it. You are at my mercy, Twitch. Although I guess you could just start up Dota TV and start watching there too. Whatever. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, so we're gonna move on. Need another couple picks out from these teams. Witch Doctor. Okay. Cool pick. I enjoy watching Witch Doctor, and I love playing Witch Doctor. So fun with the Shadow Amulet, you guys. Shadow Amulet is the best thing. Just turning invisible while you dump on people and dance around. So much fun. So much fun. Alright, Crystal Maiden. Another hero that can Shadow Amulet and dump on people, and with more recent buffs. The Crystal Maiden got buffed last patch, and now has a huge area that she hits with that ulti. I played it in a game the other day, and yeah, it's big. It's real big, you guys. I didn't do the math to work out whether the explosion radius and the total falling radius actually work out to more damage per square unit of land, but it seemed reasonably powerful, though it did not save me from Bloodseeker one time, and that made me sad. So, there you have it. Very little reserve time left for the Dire here. They've got 2 more picks to go, and they only have 10 seconds. It's not very many. There is a silencer. Yeah, there's people here. There's people here. Don't give me that. It's like 10 people watching. So Banna Spectre, another late game carry. Man, these guys they're gonna go to bed early tonight. Everyone's like, I got work in the morning. None of this stuff. None of this late game nonsense. We're just gonna end it in 25-30 minutes. Send everyone back to bed. I'm on call this week. I can't do this, man. I gotta have 20-minute games of Dota. I can just imagine that's the rationale from the captains here. Although Storm Spirit, okay, there's a reason. And Naga, boom! Did I call that or what? Naga's the only one left, and that's the one they got. I'm so excited. All right, so there it is. My first big win of this game. None of the teams, they're even. They're fine. It's anybody's game except that I'm winning so far. And one more pick. What are they going to answer with? They have a medium heavy carry in the Viper, and they have an ultra late game carry in the Silencer. They need something to carry them through, and there's a Clinks. Yep, that'll do it. That's good. So Clinks is a lot more early game push, and I like that pick. It's solid. It's going to push down towers before the Naga can really effectively push down all the towers at once while juggling and throwing nets on every single person. So I think that's a great pick. Nice job by the Radiant captain, or the Dire captain. We'll see how that plays out. I could be noob, but respect for that one. And Urkiki for getting that Naga. Looks like the players are just working out the last bits of their strategy here as they pick their heroes. And we get into this game 1 of the Amazon Day 1 Dota Grand Finals. Let's look at our team. On the Radiant side, we have the Team 7, who has another name and is ashamed of it. Roger that, playing the support Jakiro. Tree on the Ogre Magi. Potato on the Crystal Maiden. We've got a Mig Kirky on the Naga, and SPTX, also known as Potato, in the bottom. We've got for the Dire Bias for Atos, a nice Llama Courier. Look at him, he's so cute. Shakumafu going top with the Clinks. We've got Bios, Beta, Eos on the Silencer. A mid Viper played by Wu-Tang. And we've got bottom with the Furian, _Furian. He's a private member of the team. And Dota 2 Hard on the Centaur. He's going to have to Dota 2 Hard in this early game to shut down the rest of the team for Team 7 if he wants to win. And both teams going to contest the runes. Clinks off by himself in no man's land with no levels in anything. Ogre also refraining from leveling. There gets his Fire Blast. He's ready to go. Naga is up on the high ground. These two have the advantage. They could go for the Clinks. There's the Fire Blast. Naga comes in, hasn't leveled anything yet, and Clinks disappears. Alright, Bounty Rune to the Life Stealer and Naga. And it looks like the Crystal Maiden's actually in quite a bit of trouble. She does have a Frostbite, should she elect to use it. Goes on the Centaur, but will take an extra auto attack from the Silencer as a result. Silencer trying to go in there with that superior speed. Can he catch the Wolves of Ice Rack? Crystal Maiden eats a tree, but can she survive the curse? Ooh, yes, 24 hit points. She does it with 0 mana, 0 health, and she's going to run on home. This could be a tri-lane, an offensive tri-lane for the Dire, while Clinks goes solo against 2 supports. I don't know who's core up here. I don't know. I could actually... This could be interesting. It might be a quick Aghanims on the Ogre? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, that's a good point. So here we go. We're doing it. You can see both of these supports kind of posturing around the bot lane, zoning everyone out. The Crystal Maiden has finally come back. And now the Lifestealer has an actual chance, you know, to get some last hits in here. So let's check it out. Oh, I forget the button for last hits. I'm so good at this, you guys. W. W for future reference. Ogre Magi in the lead. What even is my life? What is it? Alright. So he's just doing his thing. Jakiro has opted to go down to the bot lane, and this is probably going to be the action-packed lane here. Silencer getting forced out down to 22 hit points. I totally missed it. Excellent casting. Thank you everyone for watching. And yeah, I think I'm just going to stay down here. This is where it's at, man. Here we go. Another rune being contested here. Jakiro lays down the ice path, but doesn't actually catch the Witch Doctor. If he had, he might have gotten a kill here. Jakiro is still managing to do some damage, but then just has to go on home. No dice, no kill there. Furian eating up some trees and running off. Significant harass from the Viper on mid lane on this Naga. Naga looks like she's saving for the quick bottle. Really wants to get that bottle, get some extra mana to deal with the Viper. Needs that lane sustain, trying to get this last hit, but Viper going for it, not quite enough damage, and has to back off. Crystal Maiden being ballsy here. So ballsy. It's unfortunate that this team, number 7, is not getting any pulls or jungling out of these supports. A level 2 and 3 on Crystal Maiden are so important for her early game. To get that level in Crystal Nova and a level in her Aura. The Aura really important for the rest of her team to actually benefit from the early power of Crystal Maiden. But with this tri-lane, the Jakiro moving bot, they don't really have that. The Jakiro has a level 2, but Silencer is now up top with Clinks, which means that someone's going to have to rotate over there. As we look at the last hits and denies, somehow Tree is ahead. I can't even explain that to you, as Ogre Magi is just the biggest hero. Oh, goes to the stun under tower, running away from the Silencer combo, and Ogre has to retreat. He's just so fat. How are you so fat? Alright, Naga finally has her bottle, has already used 3 charges, and is just camping top rune, trying desperately to get some of this regen. We will see a Crystal Maiden with an illusion rune chasing off the Witch Doctor again, and Naga able to use all of those bottle charges once more to heal up and get back to lane in order to deal with that Viper. So strong. So he's going to pick up a headdress. Looks like he's going for the quick mech. He's already almost halfway there. And Ogre not having too difficult a time here. The Silencer level 2 doesn't really have anything to compete with like a level 5 Ogre Magi. He's going to be okay, I think. Bot lane, we do see something got stunned. Looks like Centaur Stomp didn't really do anything. Nope, he's not down any mana. I'm wrong. Don't know why that creep was stunned. So, interesting. The Witch Doctor's having a little bit of trouble keeping up with this tri-lane. And I don't really know why the Jakiro hasn't shifted up top, but they may think they can get some kills here. Jakiro hanging out in the woods, pretending like he's gone. Just pretend like you've been sleeping. Throws down the ice path. There it is. Doesn't get anyone, though. 0 heroes in the ice path. There is 1 frost. The dual breath on Centaur, but really not enough to get anything done. The Lifestealer, uninterested in kills. Acquire currency. Meanwhile, Shakumafu pushing this top tower, just going at it, throwing the occasional auto attack, and bouncing out of range here. And Ogre's still doing very well. 26 last hits. That's incredible. Naga now pushing mid, has her illusions up, and is doing a decent amount of damage to this Viper. But, oh my gosh, I missed first blood. Potato has died. Crystal Maiden going down to the Centaur. Centaur picking up that kill, pretty big deal for him. As the supports rotate away. How could I have guessed as the supports leave? Perfect. Perfect. Alright. So, top, we do see a Fire Blast onto the Clinks, and he just barely gets away. I can't believe that Ogre is this strong. How is this hero for real? He is just soloing the Clinks. And we do have 2 smoked up supports looking to change that direction up in the top. Clinks opting out of eating tangos, does get salved up by his comrade. They are invisible. They want this Ogre bad. There's the curse. There's the cask. The auto attacks from Clinks, the Fire Blast onto him, and just... there's just not enough damage. He's got half his health. Ogre doesn't even care. He's like, yeah, alright. Hate every support in the game. I'll just chill here and eat everything you have and then walk away to my tower. And then I'll get mana, and then I'll go kill one of you. Maybe all of you. I don't know. Jesus. Alright. So there's the Naga farming mid. Lifestealer has now caught up. SPTX doing a good job of getting his last hits now that the Centaur is alone and his supports have created the appropriate amount of space for a Lifestealer. Unfortunately, Crystal Maiden with like 0 money. Ice Path in the center will whiff the Wu-Tang again. Crystal Maiden coming in for support there, but not getting much done. The Dire supports, again, rotating around the jungle, looking for some ward placement. And they will spot this Radiant rotation up top. Ping's coming out to signal God knows what. And the Radiant supports really want to kill on this Clinks, it looks like. But Clinks knows it's there, and so he's just hanging out above his tower. Gonna wait it out. These two could maybe get a couple of jungle last hits, maybe get Crystal Maiden her first last hit in this game. Meanwhile, Viper with a DD roaming bot. That Lifestealer is all alone. He might have to rage through this one. Running away. He knows. He knows. And Viper will be forced to turn around. Nothing to make of it with the creep wave pushed that far back. They don't really have any way to deal with that. The Silencer shaking off what looks like a Fire Blast or possibly a Dual Breath while this top lane gets pushed and Crystal Maiden takes hits. Taking hits. Clinks eats his creep and prepares for the incoming battle. And some rune dominant spot. This Centaur is pretty hurt. I think he should be afraid. Or maybe there should be some heals. Oh, Jakiro comes in, Fire Blast on the Silencer, and he will go down. Clink's still able to turn invisible, so he's fine. They'll throw up a ward and pull that creep wave away so that they can continue pushing this top tower. Great job by Radiant to get this top tower. If they do that, it's going to be a little bit harder for Clinks. Oh, sneaking up behind. He wants the Crystal Maiden. There he goes. Frostbite, Crystal Nova, Fire Blast, one more auto attack, and boom, he's dead. It doesn't matter how squishy Crystal Maiden is. Ogre's in the neighborhood. Jesus. I don't know. I don't even know Dota anymore, you guys. I don't know. All right, I would have questioned that draft, and I think I did. But damn, man, that Ogre is dirty. All right, so Naga, 1,800 gold. Looks like she wants to just go straight Radiance this game, and despite that push, Dire's still not getting anything done up there. All right, Centaur coming in on the Naga. Can he deal with this? Picks up an illusion rune, so now it's an even fight, and still takes quite a bit of damage from that splash. Wu-Tang being pretty ballsy here. Alright, Mechanism finished on the Ogre Magi. Gonna make him even tankier than he was before. If that was not enough for you, prepare for superior tank. The Mechanism also finished on the Viper, and his is not on cooldown, so we could see a fight spring out here mid. Gajikiro throwing down the Ice Path, catches the Viper, throws the Dual Breath, and just kind of chases him off of the Naga. Says, no, let my Naga farm. He's at 2150 now. Could buy a Blink Dagger, but probably doesn't want one. Clink's going to take a couple of pot shots at the Lifestealer. Lifestealer will be forced to trundle off into the jungle until he gets some more support. Silencer, free farming top. Gonna get him a Null Talisman someday. Pretty nice. Crystal Maiden failing a stack here. Okay. You know, whatever. Oh, we'll see a lifesteal here on Clinks, and nobody's gonna catch up to that with the well-played Stampede from Centaur. Everyone will get out just fine. Naga level 9 now. It looks like Radiant has a pretty strong hold on this game. Team 7 coming out with a very strong farm game. They have some very weak supports though. Jakiro and Crystal Maiden really not getting anything out of this. Silencer in a bit better position, but I don't know if it's going to matter. Oh, big Ice Path does nail everyone. Ogre getting some stuns off, but Clinks again can turn invisible. So Radiant at some point is going to have to pay a little bit more attention to that. They have one Dust. It is on cooldown, so I assume they used it that fight. But Clink's too fast. Too slippery. Bottom tower looking like it's going to go down. One cast comes out, gets a couple decent bounces. Tower shots on the Crystal Maiden. Finally loses aggro there and does get a mechanism from her buddy Ogre, who will now take this tower. Radiant getting one offlane tower for themselves. Nicely done. And if we take a look at the net worth chart, Radiant does have a fairly significant lead. We can see the spike right there from the tower gold. Doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. Bias for Atos looking a little bit weak in this game so far, but they could still come out swinging in the next couple minutes. Looks like they want to take a team fight bot. Everybody posturing. Stampede is up. One smoked support. 3 just running forward here. Are they going to take it? They find the lifestealer. There's the lifesteal on the Centaur. Big fire blast. Cask comes in though. Hits quite a bit. Global silence goes down. Tower shots on the lifestealer. Everybody pulling back. No mana on the Witch Doctor. And since the Jakiro is here, I don't think they have any ability to engage on that. The mech is ready for Ogre. They're fine. Meanwhile, Naga pushing this mid tower, that'll go down too, and I'm quite surprised at the ability of this team to go out and get towers in the early game. I thought that was going to be in Dire's favor, but in this game, Radiant is doing an incredible job of getting those towers down, and top, as you can see, is even in deny range. That could go down any second now, while Clinks is having quite a bit of difficulty pushing this down at all. He's only half damaged. Meanwhile, Fire Blast on the Viper. Lifestealer catching up, throws the Lifesteal. Mech in from Viper's team, though, and the Stampede will get them out. No problem. Scot-free. No kills again. This is a fairly... I mean, I don't want to say it's a passive game. There have been fights breaking out, but both teams opting to disengage rather than YOLO in most cases here. Needs more YOLO. Alright, so Jakiro doing a decent job of defending this top tower. Get a shiny red TP from Tree coming in. They want it. Orange is pinging. That's the Ogre. He wants blood. He's got dust. He's got mech. There's the dust. There's the fire blast. The ice path to follow. Throwing everything at this Clinks, but the Clinks invisible again. Can he make it out? No. No, he cannot. And the Naga even cutting off the escape. Centaur unable to get him out. Witch Doctor too far away to save him. And Viper getting money with his brown boots. That's how we do. Alright, Center does have his blink up. He's ready for fights and wants some. He's going to go mid and find some Naga illusions. Won't do much there. Oh, double edges anyway. Guess they just really want to stop that push. They are down that tower though, so not terribly important. Naga has her Sacred Relic and a decent amount of additional cash now that these towers are going down. No deny attempt on top that whole time. Radiant does take it, and looks like Ogre Magi getting all that gold. Why is Ogre a carry, you guys? Wow. Alright, so SPTX moving towards the jungle, coming after this Centaur. They are going to meet in a very awkward position. Neither one knows what to do. Lifestealer starts pressing his buttons. Centaur presses his buttons. Can't decide. What is it? Do you blink in? Do you... No? Okay. Alright, just run away. Whatever. And meanwhile, Radiant pushing top. Just throwing everything they got at this creep wave. And that tower's taking a significant amount of damage. It's pretty crazy. Ogre taking tower hits and doesn't care. Oh, but we've got the TPs in. Silencer is there. Does he have an ulti? He does. There's the silence. Viper going onto the Potato. Potato is too slow for this. Mech from Ogre. Fire Blast. Maiden ulti. Can she do it? No. Cask. Cask is pretty good, you guys. There's the Witch Doctor ulti. Nailing the Ogre Magi. His mech is down. The damage is too much. Centaur with a great blink stomp. And Dire takes a big fight. That was huge. That was important. And here we have it, a 2,000 gold swing for the Dire side, a 3-for-0 trade, and that was a big deal. That was the fight they needed, even if it wasn't the one they deserve. And they take a solid lead now. Well, maybe not a solid lead. They're still down, but I mean, you know, they came back a whole bunch. Solid win. All right. So Naga doing her job, just farming away. Has that second point in song right away. Level 11. Maybe thinking that she's going to join team fights pretty soon. But yeah, because she does have the Radiance now. So a pretty squishy Naga could be vulnerable to Viper and Klink's fire, but with the song and the mech on Ogre, I think that she'd be able to get out of it just fine if they decided to take a team fight and it all went wrong for her. Meanwhile, Radiant doing their best to defend that mid tower. Push up. We've got supports posturing on the edge here. DD Crystal Maiden. That's right. Dire comes in. Are they ready with the Stampede? There it is. Viper throws his ulti down on Ogre. Oh, the silences. Fire Blast onto the Centaur, but the mech doing work, and there's the song, the TP, and the reversal. Are you ready, Dire? Oh, a good blink. Very good blink. The dust only really hits the Witch Doctor, who is going to die for his team's sins here, but honestly, only losing one hero in that big song, big chance, was not so bad. Klinks has a chance at the Dire, or the Radiant Courier here. Does he take it? Does he take it? He does. Now, can he get out? Nails the Courier. There's the Ice Blast. Ogre goes down. Big altar. Oh! Well played. The Global Silence is out, though, and Klinks is hammering the Radiant. Centaur whiff splits the uprights, but still the kills come out, and Lifestealer chasing down the Silencer. Can he do enough? Naga comes in from the side. Radiance damage for the win. Lifestealer gets the kill, and Klinks will be fine. Centaur with a decent blink there will get out just fine. TP's bot to stop this push. Oh, that was exciting. Klink's taking some Radiance damage here, but he's fine. Still working on that Orchid. He's quite a ways off, though, honestly, for it being 18 minutes in. I thought he wouldn't have quite so hard of a time with that top lane, but Ogre played well, you know? Taking a look at net worth, we do see a certain story being told here for Radiant. There's a lot of money on these cores, and if these cores can deliver, they're going to do very well. But it's also a relatively magic-heavy lineup until the Lifestealer and the Naga really get rolling. The Lifestealer doing a great job, but honestly just doesn't have the items yet to do the damage he needs to in a Global Silence. So this team going to struggle a little bit if they fight under the Globals. If they go with the shorter cooldown team fights, you know, they're not going to have a Maiden ulti every time, but they're going to have plenty from the Ogre, plenty from the Jakiro. They're going to have to make something happen. Silencer having a really hard time dealing with these Naga illusions, almost killing him just from the Radiance burn. That is rough. Centaur being chased off by Lifestealer, who is simply stronger than him right now. A couple of Dire heroes moving mid. Nobody really angling for Roshan yet. Interesting to me considering how many team wipes or, you know, 4 hero fights there have been. Centaur finding Maiden in the outskirts, but decides not to stomp. Maiden landing a nice frostbite, and that'll be the end of that. Centaur coming back to his team. Naga farming the enemy jungle whilst just standing in the river, you know, like you do when you're Naga. Ogre moving on up, so tanky. He doesn't have a blink dagger or anything. I feel like he's going to start having mobility problems unless he picks up a force staff or a blink. The other team with that Klinks moving so fast, the Viper with the slows, they are smoked up mid too. Are they going to make it happen? Naga scouting up the top. They're not going to find anything though. These are smoked. They know it's an illusion. Here they go. Do have a song. Nope. And it looks like nothing doing with that smoke. Dire just going to back off. Bias for Atos, deciding not to bias for action. And just go farm a little bit more. Witch Doctor doing some scouting on the south side. They're going to find no runes, nothing. Ogre's poor now. How did that happen? How did you get so poor, Ogre? You died in the fights. You have no farming ability. And Silencer getting a decent amount of farm now and doing a little bit better than he was before. Has picked up some more money over top of the Jakiro, and they're going to need him to start becoming a core at some point, or they will have trouble in the late game without him. And that's just kind of one of those things, you know, where in this game Naga started out a carry. Naga can kind of start out a support and then eventually shift to a carry. You can do that with Abaddon as well. And Silencer is really going to have to get it going. You can see he's building treads. He's got another int stick. They're items that a carry can build, an int carry can use. And oh, the big Witch Doctor ulti. Not going to do quite enough damage to kill this Ogre, though. Doesn't care about physical damage, apparently. He has a Ogre Club and a point booster. That's how he got so poor. It was the courier died. Now I understand. And the Witch Doctor going to be able to save the Centaur from certain Ogre defeat. But Clinks, what are you doing, buddy? Oh, the silence on Jakiro does get dust off. Ice Blast! He does kill the Jakiro. Not Ice Blast, Fire Blast. Jeez. And looks like the Ogre is going to try to chase him down. Doesn't quite get it. TPing out. Can he make it? Yes! Big Maiden ulti! Will it be enough? No, the Global Silence and the Hoof Stomp comes in, and Dire takes another good fight. Running away before the Lifestealer can do anything about it. Dang. Now that is a big deal again. Dire doing a good job taking these fights. That's exactly what they need. They need to keep some momentum going here before the Naga gets completely out of control. And to be clear, with Travels and a Radiance, the Naga will get out of control. She even has, you know, the song is good to fight in and to set up with her team. Lifestealer sometimes has trouble getting to those team fights, and with his new ability, though, he can control a pretty fast creep and jump in. Just do so much damage with that Radiance to this team. I could really use a pipe, and maybe we'll see one from the Centaur. Pretty natural item to get on Centaur. Huh. Alright, so how close are we to big stuff? Jakiro doesn't really have anything. Courier doesn't have anything for him. So Jakiro could use some more items too. Sanjunyasha on the Lifestealer is going to improve his move speed. He's got the Maelstrom improving his attack speed. Pretty solid items all around for him. Looks like he's building, I don't know, AC, right? More. Oh, the song comes out. The dust comes out. Clinks might be screwed. End of the song. Fire Blast. Ice Path just barely missing. Here comes the dual breath, and that'll be enough to finish it. Ogre Magi getting another kill. What even is his kill death ratio here? Ogre Magi 6 and 2. Jeez. Top tower denied. Okay. Naga just going ham on her own towers. Silencer picks up his Force Staff. Good idea. Good idea. That'll let him have a little bit more chase and everything. See several Dire wards here. Interesting. So they've been de-warding Roche. And actually blocking camps here. Huh. Possibly making it safer for Clinks. I don't know what their rationale is there. Could be anything. Crystal Maiden being a little bit ballsy here, trying to chase down the Viper. Knows she has team support coming in. Gets down the ward, and they'll be able to see this while Naga takes the tower with Lifestealer. And finally, Dire pushes down that bot tower. They are going to TP mid, maybe take a team fight here. Looks like people gathering up. The Radiant side again pushing that mid tower. Both teams just kind of posturing here. There's not enough with just the Viper and the Witch Doctor, and as I say that, in comes the Centaur. Will we see it though? Oh, SBTX going behind enemy lines, taking all the damage right now. A whiffed Malefice and Maledict, excuse me. The big stomp gets it on the Lifestealer with Rage down. There's the Ice Path. Viper not deciding who to attack. Big ulti from the Witch Doctor again. Focuses down the potato. Goes for the Ogre. Where's the mech? It's already been used. Dust comes out to slow down the Clinks. Fire Blast. Ice Path. They can't quite clean it up. But here's SBTX again coming out. Going for the Witch Doctor. Doesn't quite make it. And he'll have to run away. What happened to Naga during that? Naga just now coming in. Throws the nets onto the Viper. Boom! Gets the kill on him. Centaur still kind of running. Has a Blink Dagger. He'll be okay. Witch Doctor fleeing for his life. Doesn't want any part of this. And Naga will just push down another tower, I assume. I mean, there's no stopping the Naga here. And she and Lifestealer are choosing not to go for Roshan while the big carries are down. Lifestealer, though, gonna find Centaur in the woods. Gets the damage before the blink. He will be able to finish that off easy. Easy. And rages just before that animation. Well played on his part. Crystal Maiden, trying desperately to deward, has just enough vision to do it. Alright. Big pickup for Naga. Has her Manta now. Even more illusion spam. And that puts Radiant in a really good spot in this game, I think. Travels, Manta, Radiance. It's just so hard to deal with this hero. And there's not a lot of big splash to take care of that kind of thing, other than, you know, Centaur. So until Witch Doctor gets an Ags, which, let me tell you, is a little ways off. Yep. They're not going to have a lot of ability to clear out that many illusions at once. Though, yeah, Silencer is good. Silencer is a good hero. Yep, chat noting that this could be a long game, and I agree. 6 minutes later with you, this could definitely be long. Although, I don't think that the Naga has to go 6 slotted to finish this game either, so it may not be quite that long. Oh, that's weird. How the observer showing up inside the bounty rune. Looks funny on my mini map, you guys. Clinks, what are you doing? 2,000 gold, magic stick, Aquila, nothing really else. Oh, he's gonna try to go on the Naga. Is he really? Is he really? Nope. Not a great idea. Oh, her illusions are down though. You have an Orchid. Do you have the damage? Do you have the damage? His team fighting off the illusions. He knows this one's real. Nope. Nope. Not gonna do it. Okay. Cool. And Radiant finally deciding to go in for a Roshan. Good idea. Naga making a lot of space by pushing top. And it looks like they'll get this before Dire has the chance to answer. There we go. Aegis on the Lifestealer. He has a completed AC. And Crystal Maiden just picked up a gem. It's a nice pickup for her. She can live long enough to make it worth. Meanwhile, just a lot of heroes farming in the jungle, and Ogre hanging out with his buddy Naga down bot. He does have a completed Aghanims now, so that's just ridiculous. It's too strong, y'all. Got some more dust too for Clinks. You can see there's tons of Sentry Ward coverage down here, making sure that Clinks couldn't jump in on that Roshan. Well played by the Radiant for that. And, oh, here comes the fight. Big hits on the Viper. Ice Path connects, but Lifestealer is out. Radiant backing up, taking no kills in that fight, deciding not quite time to go in. Clank's going to try to backdoor a tower here. And, well, crap. That's going to work, I think. Tier 1s don't actually have any backdoor protection, so it doesn't matter. Naga going to Song out of this one and just TP away while her team continues to push bot. Clinks didn't quite get the rest of the tower before Ogre came in. It's at 146, which I believe is deny range. Ogre could have just taken that down if he wanted to. Clinks, you gonna do it? You got plenty of space. Do it, Clinks. Just go for it. Nope. Looks like he's hunting Naga. I'm not exactly sure what's running through his head right now. Okay, he's going to go from the backside. Bam, 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 and there's the tower. Radiant says, okay, your Clinks isn't here. Let's rock, Viper! Let's rock, Centaur! Gets a kill right away. Silence out, but you're not going to do much in this fight. Viper's already gone. Oh, God, not Viper. Centaur. I'm already falling apart, you guys. Oh, Lifestealer jumping in. Gets this... Yep, the mech comes out. Well played by Viper. Can there be enough healing? Big Witch Doctor ulti, but I don't know if the damage is enough. Ugh, the Mjolnir procs, and Lifestealer able to take down 2 before the Aegis. Crystal Maiden getting a double kill actually with that big ulti, and the tower's gone. Because Naga, you guys. GG is called, and Team 7 takes game 1. Oh. a well played game. Um, yeah, very well played by Radiant. I'm impressed with the Ogre, the Lifestealer's ability to come back from a small early deficit. And I think that, among other things, the Clinks really struggled top lane, and the supports had a hard time getting anything done with the levels they had early on, which let the strong Crystal Maiden, the strong Jakiro, the strong Ogre Magi really control some of those early fights and allow their carry heroes to do damage or just do damage themselves, honestly, with their slightly superior levels. So, well done, and we will be back with the next game as soon as possible. Okay, everybody, the post-game or the pre-game trash talk is starting up in the lobby. So everybody's getting ready. Almost there. Yeah, so bets on bans? Bets on bans? All right, time to switch this stuff. Bam! Here we are, loading into the game. Just as a reminder, if you missed the first part of the cast somehow, this is the Amazon Grand Finals of the in-house Day1 Dota League, and these two teams are Team 7 and Team 4. Team 4 actually has a different name, Bias for Atos, and they will be on the Dire. Is that right? Yeah. And Radiant will be Team 7 again. Looking like first ban coming out from Dire.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
We've got the chat here. We've got a Witch Doctor. They're calling Witch Doctor from Yanis. Ogre is a likely ban. Again, Yanis saying that. W. Mulligan says Slark and maybe Naga second round. So let's see if it pans out, you guys. I'm preserving all of the chat picks for posterity here, saying them before they even pop up. So let's see. I don't understand. How do you Protoss in this game? Just Mike. It's not how it works, man. I wish I knew how to play Protoss in this game, because I would. Alright, so first of all, we've got the Viper ban and the Void ban, pretty standard, and Nature's Prophet ban. Interesting. From the team that played the Naga, they don't want a Nature's Prophet in this game. So I wonder if that's because they have a lineup in mind, or because they think that Dire's going to somehow answer what they did last game by ratting. And the joy of all that is that we get to see it play out in the next 5 minutes. Here we go.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Axe.
Radiant team pick.
Axe first pick. A total change of pace here. And then Razor, who was banned last game in the mid phases of banning. Chikiro again was a first pick for Radiant last game. Team 7 apparently digging that hero. We'll see if the predictions come out and we get a Slark or a Witch Doctor from Dire this game. What'll it be, Wu-Tang? Vengeful Spirit, who was banned out towards the end. That was a 4th ban, I believe, from Radiant last game. Oh, I'm going to remove the logo. I'm going to remove the logo. There we go. Now you can see everything. You know what? Let's just remove the camera for now, too. You can see the whole thing. You don't need my body language, whatever. You can watch me later. Don't want to hide any of the screen for you guys. I'll have to figure that out and make a different overlay next time. So, on to the next ban phase. We've got Spectre getting knocked out. Spectre was also banned last game. And PA, a new ban, but a pretty standard one in the current meta. PA being the second most played hero this month in public games. Tidehunter. Alright, I can see it. So I wonder if, Dire is going to go for some channeled ults or anything this game. They want to get rid of that Tidehunter. An Invoker ban is an interesting ban. So they could be going Medusa. Medusa was banned last game and hasn't been banned yet this game. Medusa is an increasingly common pick with some relatively recent buffs and is a very strong hero in the right hands. Can dump out a ton of damage with that split shot, has the tankiness with Mana Void, can go Rapier like no other hero can go Rapier. Gyro is another hero that occasionally picks up a Rapier for reasons of hitting lots of heroes, but Gyro is still way squishier than the likes of Medusa with her Mana Void, or Mana Shield, unless she has something like EMP hitter. So we do see a Lycan pickup. We'll see if that's a mid, safe lane, or jungle Lycan. Can't even be an off lane if you do it right. And there's the Slark! One prediction down. Maybe a Zeus pick, says W. Mulligan. The Void, Riki, Naga, and Sven bans from Wraithlul, he's gotten one right so far. And no Naga ban. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't ban the Naga or the Ogre. Would have expected one of those two to be on the ban list for the Dire this round, and they've just said, nope, we're going to play our game and ban other stuff. I don't know. SPTX did mention in the pregame lobby that he said, can I get a Viper or what? So that could have influenced the second ban Viper from Team 4. Who knows what's going on inside those heads. So after a Lycan pickup, I'd expect to see another support in here somewhere, unless that's a jungle Lycan, in which case they're going to need an off lane and possibly a safe or mid, depending on where they want to send the Razor. Jakiro as a 5, though, is a little bit weak. It makes me sad to see Jakiro as a 5. I like him as more of a 4 position. There's a Crystal Maiden to play 5 for ya. So Radiant sticking with what they know on the support end. The support players playing the exact same heroes, assuming that they pick the same ones. And on the top side, Dire is just playing the end now for something completely different. Kind of draft here.
Radiant team back.
All right, and the stream is starting now, finally, for everyone in the wild. I may check up on the chat real quick occasionally for that. And a Puck, just completely different. This is an entirely new game from Dire. So maybe they have something up their sleeve here. Maybe this is, they've been going totally different routes with their draft. Maybe they got really messed up, thrown off by the bans and the picks last time, and felt the need to counter something. I don't really know why the Axe is a first pick, but I have to assume that someone on that team really loves playing Axe in order to pick it in a grand final with no counter in mind here. That Axe can do a good job of slapping down a Lycan or a Crystal Maiden, though. Pretty good stuff there. And with Puck and Slark and Venge, you've got a lot of lockdown to go with it. So there's quite a lot of interrupts on this team. Almost, well, all of them so far can stop a TP, right? And that's a big deal. They can also all stop the Crystal Maiden ulti, which is going to be a pain in her ass. Oh, actually, Slark can't. My bad. But, that's the point. So, as we go into the last ban phase, we've got an Ursa ban. What gave you the clue to ban Ursa? I don't know. Don't know. Can't explain this one. But that's cool. I guess they don't want to see the bear. If they could pick Protoss, that would be a great last pick. Weaver ban, interesting. And there's the offlane. As suggested, another offlane. The offlane comes out, and then Ancient Apparition. Interesting. So they have 2 ways to nuke you when you're almost dead. And they have a Slark and a Puck to chase you down. Dig it. That's a cool lineup. It's a cool lineup. This will be interesting to watch. This should be interesting to watch. Honestly, if these two lineups are not interesting to watch, then screw it. Someone else can do game 3. For reals. And as the teams prepare, discuss their lanes and their strats, I'm going to turn back on all these buttons, logo, and my face. Welcome to Dota, Game 2. Here we go. And so, introducing the teams in the top right, down 0-1 games, Bios, Dota 2 Hard on the Slark, Shakumafu on the AA, Furian playing some Venge, and Wu-Tang throwing up the Axe. Tree is going safe lane on the Razor. Urkiki going mid with that Lycan, Roger that on the Jakiro, Potates playing the Crystal Maiden, and SPTX switching lanes, going from the Lifestealer to the Bristleback over in the top lane. So it looks like a safe lane Viper. That's interesting. With the Crystal Maiden is a pretty potent combo early. And Page Roger. Viper band is messed up. Got some rune contestation going on. It looks like top rune is going to be where all the excitement is. Jakiro hiding in the woods. Crystal Maiden ready. No levels yet. Oh, there's the Chilling Touch, adding a little bit of bonus damage to those two heroes. But 4 come out of the woods. Slark is in danger, but it's okay because the ice path is super off. And it looks like Radiant is going to secure that rune with no problem. Slark leaping away to ensure that safety, and Axe securing bot rune pretty much uncontested by the Razor, who would like to go and block his lane instead. Meanwhile, mid, Furian taking up some space right now. Axe, are you leaving? No, you're just escorting the Venge. Aw, that's so sweet. Look at them. They're friends. Alright, let's see how friendly they get in the mid game. If that friendship continues, or if they regret everything. The Razor is pretty alone right now. Crystal Maiden actually up top running an aggro try with a Bristleback and a Jakiro. That's a lot of frost. And Potato throws down the Frostbite, forces that Slark back. And the AA trying desperately to pull. Oh no, Shakumafu. Oh no. Doesn't get it done. Axe and Venge could be pretty strong against this Razor, but then again, Razor's Q is reasonably spammable if you have 1 or 2 pieces of regen, and let me tell you, there's a Crystal Maiden on his team. So he can keep hitting that and basically guarantee damage on 2 heroes most of the time, which is going to be super annoying for that lane to deal with. And I don't know how Bristle's going to do with these this lack of levels in an aggro try, but it's fun to run with a Crystal Maiden and a Jakiro. So we'll see how it goes. AA rotating bot. They really want to get a kill on this Razor. They are cutting off the creep wave here with the Axe, who has put in a level in Spin and put in a level in Battle Hunger. Are they just going to take the jungle? What's the deal here? Razor pinging out, yo. They're messing with my lane, bros. Help me out. The tri-lane still just hanging out. Crystal Maiden preventing pulls, but there aren't any pulls to be had. Slark being dove on by the Bristleback. He jumps, hits the Bristleback. Can he get away, though? The leash just enough? No, it's not. And first blood goes to Bristleback. He gets it with the spikes. Meanwhile, Razor going on that Axe, gets the leash. Will he be able to do enough damage, though? There's the stun from the Venge. The Howl. And everybody's backing off. They don't have their AA to do Chilling Touch or Cold Feet. So Razor succeeds in manhandling his lane. Tree doing a good job there. And Slark is having a rough time. Just having a rough time. Take a look at net worth. You can see the Puck is having a good lane. The Bristleback is having a good lane so far, especially with that first blood. That's great for him. And the Puck is going to destroy the Lycan for a little while here. Lycan, is that his bottle? That's his bottle. Good for him. But as you can see, the Puck already has a bottle, and it's been refilled, and it's fresh, and he's happy, happy Bios. Meanwhile, this Razor somehow able to live. Here comes the Venge with a haste and a clarity. Throws down the stun. The Cold Feet is just a little bit late, but the Trilling Touch doing a lot of work. Battle Hunger looks like it's going to finish off the Razor. One last hit from AA, and there's a dead Razor. This tri-lane finally gets something done. Well played by Furian, Wu-Tang, and Shakumafu. Meanwhile, top, the Slark still not dead yet. Doing his best to maintain his lane and get a couple levels at least, while this aggro try continues to piss him off. Down bot, Wu-Tang trying to push his tower. I don't know how much he's going to be able to push against the Razor, really. They can get repeated kills with these two heroes, though. I mean, it costs 100 gold to give them all their mana back and have enough for their spells. Meanwhile, Razor's Plasma Field is going to do a lot of damage to the creep wave and keep it from pushing all that much. Slark is dead. Slark is dead again. Well played top. And it looks like Venge thinking about rotating mid. Coming back down south. This AA posturing in position. Ooh, Venge is going to get a lucky Invis rune. Ice Blast. Ice Path doesn't do quite enough work for the Crystal Maiden to get in there. She does have 2 points in aura. This is a great decision for this team right now to get more aura and eschew the Crystal Nova for now, while she lets Jakiro be the one to position her properly. The supports come in. The Invisible Venge gets a nice stun. This time they're not off the mark. All the spells get dumped on Razor, and that is a dead safe lane carry again. And I tell you, if these three heroes keep asserting their dominance in this lane, we get a Fed Axe, we get a Venge with levels, we get an AA with a quick Ice Blast, and possibly a quick level 11. That is going to be hard to deal with. This team is a team that wants to team fight. Bristleback, Crystal Maiden, Jakiro making stuff happen again. The Jakiro's too far away. The Maiden takes a tower hit, but the Bristle gets to dive. There's the Ice Path. It hits! And that will be a dead Slark once again. Bristleback shrugging off a couple more tower hits and pushing that tower nicely. Maiden staying in the neighborhood. And Razor, what? Oh, almost getting killed again. I feel like he's going to need a rotation pretty soon. Or they can just, like, kill each other in symmetry the whole game and just, like, dying down here and they're dying up here. And I mean, that's fine. I told you this game is going to be exciting. On the other hand, Bios and Urkika having a relatively passive lane, although those wolves are starting to hurt. Jeez. That is just so annoying. Axe, are you gonna make it happen? But yeah, look at how unable Axe is to push this lane. It's got like no damage done on this tower. Here come the TPs, the Ice Path onto the Slark. Oh, the Crystal Maiden is so slow. She runs right at him and takes a spill. Bristleback also had gone down in that fight. I missed that one, but a good TP from the Venge to finish that off. Jakiro will come bot and see if he can make something work down here. Finds the AA. That's a level 3 AA and a 4 Jakiro. A nice cutoff with the Ice Path, making space, but they can't catch up. And oh my god. Lycan gets a kill. Bristle going deep. Can he get the puck? No, he can't. And now actually the Dream Coil on the Bristle. He kills himself running away. Oh, that's so harsh. So harsh. This is shaping up to be an excellently action-packed game, and I am happy. Razor and Crystal Maiden trying to get something done with that axe, but not quite enough space to make it work. Still no fast courier, Crystal Maiden. You have money. Do your support thing. No? Alright, whatever. Slow couriers suck. It's 7 minutes in the game. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, I'll ignore that for now. Pro strats. Mind games. You think our courier is going to deliver stuff, but actually it's just going to hobble around, streaking blue. Lycan Wolf's deciding to just go up and wreck Slark. Just completely wreck poor low-level Slark. Oh my gosh. But Slark has level 6, so he's going to be okay. Action coming down bot. Venge not quite dead. Razor running away. Has the Cold Feet. Dunk! And he will go down. Crystal Maiden. Oh, run! Run, you're so slow. AA almost getting that, and doesn't quite have an Ice Blast yet. Needs another level. Not able to finish that off. Puck going to have to try to defend against this Lycan, who is fairly fat. Honestly, he went for Vlad's before Boots, just saying, you know what? I can't run from the puck, so I might as well not try. See an orb come in, but Puck deciding not to do anything with it. Has a DD, has the Dream Coil. Could make something happen if he has a team, but AA still not level 6. Really wants that before the next Dream Coil becomes a factor. Oh, he might go for it. No Dream Coil yet. There it is. Lycan is stuck in the center. AA getting wrecked by wolves, having to run away now. Bristle also got caught, but they have so much tank here that it doesn't matter. And with that, Vlad's able to heal up reasonably well. The Battle Hunger comes out. Axe has to run away. The Leash doing a decent amount of damage, and Jakiro coming in for that token Ice Blast. Freezing. Why am I... Oh my gosh. Ice Path. Why do I call it Ice Blast? Because AA has Ice Blast. You guys gotta be so hard on me. I don't cast that often. Alright. Moving in, the Bristle doing quite a bit of damage to the Axe. Axe does blow his wand for now. And Slark is doing a good job of pushing top here. They will use their Glyph and try to keep that tower. I like that change about Glyphs being refreshed. It's a great change. Crystal Maiden, be careful. You did finally buy your team Courier, though, and I respect you for that. It looks like Bristleback moving bottom here to help out with the Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden was still with like 0 regen, really struggling to get up to her Tranks. And she has to get that from the home shop, can't get it from side shop. Lycan doing a little bit of jungling. And if we look at the net worth, we can see Lycan and Bristle are having great games so far in terms of farm. It looks like Team Dire ready to posture around the Roche pit and possibly take a fight bot. They find the Lycan, pinging it out. Everybody needs to run. Everybody needs to run. Venge throws the Scream down. Can they get to the Maiden, though? No Battle Hunger. A TP coming in. Razor appears. They get the Crystal Maiden. Dunk! And, oh, a dead Venge now, though, as Axe flees and Bristleback comes in. Axe is in a really bad spot, but there is a Dream Coil. The silence, the Dream Coil. Razor almost going down. Can he live long enough? Hits the puck with a full damage Plasma Field, and Bristleback will chase the puck down, almost getting the kill here. Venge does get a stun just inside tower range, doing a decent amount of damage, but the wolves come out, and Venge will just have to run from the wolves because, damn, they do so much damage. Vanguard on Bristleback doing quite a bit of work on that fight. An early Vanguard, always a good item on Bristleback specifically. Slark missing some stuff here. Don't quite get the turn on this fight. And meanwhile, Lycan just hanging out mid, pushing. There will be a nice battle cry, but not going to do a lot. Berserker's Call, battle cry. Spell names. Wow. All right. Both teams pushing like crazy, defending like crazy, and just leaving one lane at a time alone completely. Wolves going up there to scout things out. Love that from a good Lycan. Your wolves are moving wards with regen and a decent amount of damage, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool ability. Looks like Team 7 wants to make a concerted push down bot. AA finally has his ult, throws it and hits a Maiden, but Maiden will just back up. Meanwhile, Bristle diving on the Slark, getting some damage in, a lot of armor degen. Oh, and the Dream Coil, pretty solid Dream Coil, hitting 2. Maiden being super full of balls. Will she ulti for it in the trees? Traps the Bristleback. Runs away now. The Slark whiffs one, but the coil, or the... Oh, big dunk from Axe, and Radiant is on the run. Another big dunk. Jakiro goes down. Can Axe catch him with that speed boost from the dunks? Oh, whiff from Slark. Damage from Puck. A little more. Can he dunk again? Yes, that's a triple dunk for Axe. Wu-Tang throwing it down on Radiant. And, you know, Lycan pushing, like you do. Looks like he's going for the full push build, too. He's got the Vlad's already, and he's working on his Necronomicon. He just wants to be able to push towers all day long, while the rest of his team fights and dies. You know, I mean, they're gonna try not to die, but it might happen. Might happen sometimes. AA is super poor. Dang. Jakiro is even more poor, and Venge is the poorest of them all. Mirror, mirror on the wall, Venge is the poorest of them all. That's tough. Crystal Maiden at least has her tranks, you know. So apparently Jakiro's playing 5 and Maiden is playing 4. Who knew? Slark having a little bit of trouble with mana, given those leaps are not really landing every time. It's a struggle, and some of these heroes are quite fast, which makes it even harder to land. Oh, Jakiro throws an ice path down. They've got the AA almost dead to rights. He TP's out. No! Not going to do it. Razor gets the kill. Dream Coil comes in. Slark going ham. Busts it and dies. Puck caught in the ice path. Can he get out? He winks out for just a second, but the Razor damage is there. Plasma Field gets the kill. And he will be going after the Axe next. But can Axe get a dunk? Nope, not quite enough damage. Can he do it? Dunk's on cooldown. He failed, and he has to run away. It's so close. Oh, but he gets a kill for Battle Hunger anyway. Nicely done, Axe. Nicely done. Wu-Tang snatching victory from the jaws of defeat, while Lycan and Bristle just being bros top. Slark TP's in, but is it too much? He goes to the Bristle. He's almost done. The AA ult is still on him, and oh, it just wears off. And now Slark is in a really bad place trying to fight a Lycan with crits and too much speed with no ulti. He goes down, and that was just a little bit of an overcommittal to try to take both Bristle and Lycan at that point in time by yourself. Axe goes in and says, I can do it. Ready to dunk? No, he's still got 20 seconds. He also just used his call, so he can't get a TP interrupt on the Lycan, and Lycan just gets the hell out of there. AA now able to ult. Maybe could have thrown that right then, but it was probably still on cooldown for just a bit. Venge caught out of position, having trouble against a Razor. Oh, but Razor's boxed in by the creeps! Venge makes a miraculous escape, has a TP, and can get out of there no problem. Razor is very sad. He's a very, very sad, electrified man. Ugh. Regrets. I need water.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Alright. Courier sitting at the secret shop. I wonder what he's picking up. Looks like an energy booster for Roger that, which, if I remember correctly, is the Jakiro. Yes. Jakiro. Would like to have mana boots, please. Axe dropping his tranquils. This is a cool trick if you don't know this one. Drop your tranks and you won't break them. They provide more regen when you aren't attacking, so if you drop them before you attack and then pick them up later, you know, just, it's fine. Tranks don't even care. Oh, a nice slow onto the Slark. Can he leap out? It looks like just barely gets out of the ice path, and the Axe blinks away. Team is safe for now. Radiant tried to make a move, but it wasn't quite as decisive as it needed to be in order to get anything done. We have a Puck. We have a level 2 Dream Coil. Just got that, is level 11 now. And I like the mobility choices on Dire again. You're going to need a 4-staff on Venge pretty soon, though. Ulti comes out from AA. It's just a little bit behind. He does miss the Bristleback, and a lot of damage going out on him, though. All of it from behind. Venge stun, Axe dunk, and that's a kill. Mega kill streak for Axe. He is just destroying this game. That's a 8-1. That first pick, obviously, because Wu-Tang loves this game. Eki doing his thing. Just pushing whichever tower he wasn't pushing 2 minutes ago. And continuing to rotate, scouting out with the wolves, checking back. Not splitting them up, which is a little bit, you know, what you doing there? I don't know. It looks like they do want to get a kill on Urkiki, though. Dire moving in. Slark is in position, has his ulti ready. Puck is there, has a Dream Coil, can stop him from running. AA has the ulti. Lycan senses it. Dat Game Sense runs away while his team continues to push. Good space. Good space. Venge solo defending bot tower from a Bristleback push, which is not going to work out for Venge if this comes to blows. Lots of plate, lots of physical damage reduction being built for this this bristleback.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Sorry, sometimes when solo casting, you get a little parched. Oh, big blink from Axe gets in front of the bristleback, takes all that damage. They've got him to half health, but the Razor comes in. He's got his ulti. He's chasing him down. AA is so weak. Wants to throw an Ice Blast, but can't. Silence from Puck. Orb goes out. Dream Coil on 2. Big AA ult, but it's past the team. No, grabs 2, but not with the damage. Axe goes down. The Maiden ulti secures the kill. And well played, Radiant, while Slark tries to deal with the Lycan top and really just can't. Slark is so far behind. He is behind the Crystal Maiden in farm. He's having a really rough game of it. His lane was not favorable early, and then he made 1 or 2 like bad decisions, missed 1 or 2 leaps, and it just has snowballed in reverse for him. Having a hard time. Radiant making a nice push bot. Probably has enough space to Roche right now while Axe is down, but it could be risky with that Puck. Dream Coil is down though, so I think they could probably do it if they really wanted to pull in the Lycan. They've got enough of a lead here with the top 3 cores and not so much on cooldown right now. The Razor ulti would be the only one I would wait for. And doing a great job. All of the outer towers for Dire are down, and none of them are down for Radiant. They've outpushed Dire so hard. Axe goes in, pops the Blade Mail, hits the Lycan. Ice Path gonna stop the rest of the team for joining. Dunk! 1 down, 3 to go. AA doesn't quite make it out. Bristle going on the Axe now. That's his nemesis. Axe can't quite make it to Razor. The Ice Path saves him. Razor is gonna go down. Big Dream Coil. Bristleback stuck in place, still gets the Venge. And Puck has to get out. Slark unable to do much. Nice leap to the high ground to get out though. And that's a 3-for-2 trade in the favor of Radiant. Though 2 of the top net worth heroes did go down. They lost their Axe, and they need that Axe so badly to stay in these fights. Axe has been instrumental in this game for the Dire. Slark really trying to get away from Bristleback now. Bristleback kind of diving everything. A good silence goes out on the Maiden. Puck might be able to get this kill. Not quite yet. Slark going to go for the leap. Can he get it? No, not quite. Bristleback still going ham deep in the towers. AA tries to add his 2 cents and misses, but gets a Jakiro. A swap on the Bristle. Will they have enough damage? Slark finally nails that, and they do pull down the Bristle as well as the Jakiro. That's a 3-for-0, and that was a great fight for Dire. Bias for Atos coming out swinging in that one. Lycan says, me and this army, that's who you have to fight now. Jumps right on the TP. Will there be a cancel? No, Wu-Tang goes ham, goes in with the call. There's the battle hunger. Can he do it? The big spins just farming all of his creeps. And Lycan is out on his own now. Venge coming in from the side. AA going to join the fight shortly. There's the stun. There's the call. There's the leap. There's the dunk again. And Dire just cleans that up. Oh no, AA, why would you do that to yourself? AA, with auto attack on, almost murders himself by killing the little man. For those that don't know, Necro Creeps will deal pure damage to you if you kill them. Just that little dude with the axe. Maybe don't attack him if you're a support. It's not gonna feel good, especially after a team fight. Here's the AA blast coming in on Bristleback. Not going to do a lot. Might help him keep the lane from pushing as much as it would have. But there were not a ton of Radiant creeps here anyway. Fortunately for AA, that's a 30-second cooldown, and he doesn't need it right now. So he can just throw damage out whenever he feels like it, basically. It's kind of awesome. Love AA. Shadowblade on Slark. That might help him get out of some of these sticky situations in addition to using his ulti. He's just having some trouble. And that's okay. We all have games like that, and his lane was not favorable for him. Respect for playing it out, you know. Razor looks like he's working towards his Ags now that he has this mech and the phase boots. Bristleback maybe going towards a pipe, and we'll see. There's quite a bit of magic damage on the side of Dire with the Puck burst and the Venge burst, but I don't know. We'll see if it's worth it. Team's thinking about Roshan maybe, but mostly just farming up separate lanes right now. Kind of Radiant's pushing both sides, and they're able to be pretty ballsy with the Lycan and the Bristle. Let's see if they're too ballsy. AA ult comes out, going to whiff, but the Dream Coil is there. Slark ready for another leap in 2 seconds. Big damage from Venge and AA. They do bring down the Bristleback, and now the Lycan is on his own. He does not have travels yet. His cooldown on the TP is just now up. He can get out if he wants to. He's sitting on it though. Alright, finally decides to go mid instead of home, and that's legit. The Crystal Maiden off in the distance in no man's land, just hoping no one finds her. And the Jakiro, thinking about coming in to help, decides not to. Wow. Blind call there. Manages to snag a wolf for his trouble. And this Lycan needs to get his travels up soon, or he's just going to be wasting money on TPs all game. AA ult coming bot, going to hit on that Razor, but nobody really there to do any follow-up damage. He will leave though, just because he knows if he's in a bad position and Axe decides to blink in and Venge decides to run up, he's in big, big trouble like his pal Bristle. And he's not as tanky as his pal Bristle. So, Aghanims does finish up for Razor. Slark gets some drums going. That's nice for him, get those stats. And Slark looks like he wants to make something happen. Is he going to jump on the supports? Boom! Nails the Maiden, leaps the Maiden, purges himself out of the Frostbite, and Puck comes in as well. Macro Pyre, stun on the Bristle. Everybody is running away though. They got that 1 kill. That's all they really wanted. Razor comes in. Axe jumps. Dream Coil on 2. The spins. The damage from Slark. Razor goes down and can't take anyone with him. Slark is almost dead though. Out of ulti. Out of Shadow Blade, and Axe decides to take on everyone and their army. Puck comes in with the assist, unable to quite finish the Lycan. Lycan running away with 100 hit points. Puck still running from Bristle though. He can't take both of them. Isn't able to get away, and now it's an AA against 2. Venge comes in to help out, but I don't know if they have enough damage here. AA still going for it. The swap can't do it. Lycan gets the kill with the Necro Creeps. Oh, and Venge gets hit with the Ice Path. Crystal Maiden comes in to help out with a Crystal Nova and secures the kill. While Bristle rides the Razor's Edge for that entire fight. Oh, the Necro Creep's finally passing away. And that was rough for Dire. Radiant taking a nice fight. Dang. Let's check out the net worth. And it has been going better for Dire, as you can see, but just kind of like last game, Team 7 has been playing a farm game that Bias for Atos isn't able to keep up with. Bias for Atos is really just doing a better job of getting money on the cores that matter. Slark, going ham in the back. He has his ulti. He wants to take out the Maiden. 1, 2 more hits. 3 more hits is going to do it. Axe jumps in with the Blade Mail, nails it, but the Ice Path is there. Dream Coil on 2 more. This is like living the same day over again. Axe can't quite finish off Bristle. Meanwhile, Puck and Slark going to town on Razor. Can they finish it? The ulti doing so much work. 1 more hit. He's down, and Axe is still able to get to the Bristleback. Boom! Magic Missile for the win. Vengeful takes that kill, and that's another good fight for Dire now, actually. 4-0. What a turnaround after that last disappointment. That was huge. I was questioning the Slark was running in the back, but he had the support for it. He had his whole team right behind him. Well played on everyone's part there. So slippery with the Shadow Blade finishing up, and then he can ulti after a little bit, and then he can Shadow Blade again. He has so many ways to get out of that stuff. And they are looking at taking their second tier 2 tower, with the top tower having gone down some time ago, I think to just creeps. See if Radiant comes out to play. It looks like Lycan just wants to jungle. Slark is also pushing the bot lane with all of his escapes. He's got his ulti back up again. There will be a glyph used. Axe blinks into the trees to see if he can get anything done. Sees Razor coming in. Is ready to call again. No, they're going to back off for now. The Ice Path whiffs. The Maiden tries to get the Axe. Gets some damage done. There's the Frostbite. They have to save this Axe. He's so important. Ice Blast on 2. Axe running away with the Blade Mail doesn't quite make it, and Puck has to flee for his life. There are 3 heroes here. He does get his blink, but oh, the Maiden blinks forward, gets the Frostbite, and that'll be another kill for Bristleback. Oh no, AA. Oh no, they can dive you so hard. Can you live long enough? Yes. Yes, he just barely can. Slark has come in off the back of this and actually got Crystal Maiden while no one was looking, including me. But it looks like he's going to have a little bit of trouble getting away. He Shadowbladed and then used his ulti, so he'll be invisible enough to get out of here. Hard to catch. Is that Jakiro that had a Ghost Scepter? Did someone have a Ghost Scepter? Did I imagine that just now? Nope. Yep. Just imagined it. Cool. Alright, that's fine. And we'll have just a little bit of a lull while people respawn. Until the bloodbath continues with 2 kills a minute. There's the swap. Razor in a bad place, but the nice Ice Pass segmenting everyone off. Slark unable to get to the Razor there. A little bit of miscommunication on the part of the teams. Axe blinks forward, can't quite reach the Lycan. Wolf form is fast. It's really, really fast. Dire moving in. Slark, Shadow Blades up. Going after the Jakiro and the Razor. No team to follow. Okay, a little bit of team to follow. Slark goes on the Jakiro. Ice Blast comes in. It's a little bit late, but it doesn't matter. And that'll be one more kill for Dire. 31-24. Top 2 in net worth still going to Bristle and Lycan, but holy crap, this Slark has turned it around. He is in 3rd place now. He's ahead of Axe in net worth. Oh, Dire Scurrier died. Oh no. Double damage Slark. He wants it. He wants to make it happen. He's going to go up against the 50% more rich Lycan. Can he make it happen? There's the jump. There's the Q. Does he have enough damage? Yes, he does! Oh my gosh, with the DD, he can make it happen, and Lycan burns another TP. Never mind, he did get his travels. Good for him. But Slark is just out of control right now. He's catching up. He got how much gold from that? Just 353, but also another previous 317. He's just raking in the money from kills right now, and he is on a search and destroy mission for every single hero. Puck could actually jump in on this probably. Razor is cornered right now. Slark is in the neighborhood. Venge is in the neighborhood. What are they going to do about it? Slark, Shadowblading in. There's the leap. There's the jump with Puck. Silence, Dream Coil, Orb. And there's a kill with the Venge securing it. Slark gets it just before the magic missile hits, but it doesn't matter again. Slark moving up. And Bristle is the next on his list. Axe doing what he can to push out lanes a little bit, get a little bit more farm. He's got 2,100 gold, which is probably getting him close to what he'd like to purchase next. Oh, Slark finding the Crystal Maiden with a gem. He needs to get out of there. And he will just fine, no problem. Meanwhile, Tower is at 270, 810. So much trouble pushing against this Lycan. The Lycan is doing a fantastic job of just hitting every lane all that he can. And his team is doing a great job of giving him that kind of ability to have space. Venge attempts a swap on the Crystal Maiden, but nothing doing. Ice Blast comes in. That looks like it will hit both heroes. Nicely done. But no one in the vicinity to jump in on that anyway. So the Crystal will take some damage, but the AA, well, the AA does have Ags and a level 2 Ice Blast, so that's going to hurt. The Tranks would kick in if she would stop attacking things. Slark destroys mid tower. Razor TP's in just a wee bit too late, and Slark should probably leave before he gets ice passed and murdered. Bot lane, 3 hero push. Lycan is with them, except that, nope, he just left to top. Dem free TPs, yo. Got an opportunity bot. All 4 Dire heroes down here. AA launching an Ice Blast and whiffing everything, but they want to check Roche. Looks like Slark is feeling eager. He's got his Shadow Blade up. He might encounter something that he doesn't want, though. Okay. He just goes into Roshan and waits. Everybody else has a blink or a Force Staff or something except AA, I think. So they all have the ability to join him undetected. Venge checking for wards. They have a sentry up. They know there's nothing here. But they did miss the Turtle Ward, and the Turtle Ward should have seen Venge. We call it the Turtle Ward because there's a turtle. See the turtle, guys? It's a little turtle. He's just spinning. And so they are pinging it out. You can see Axe saying, dude, there's a ward right here. Dudes, there's a ward right here. Yep, they know. So Axe just hanging out, waiting for that D ward. coming in on the courier, I imagine. Yep, nope, that's a Void Stone. Alright, whatever. It's fine. Lycan getting nailed by an Ice Blast, I guess, but he's just hanging out top. What's he building? Skullbasher, BKB possibly. A BKB wouldn't be a bad idea in some of these fights. Got so much lockdown. Slark goes in, jumps, doesn't get hit by the Ice Path. The call, the dunk! And that'll be a kill on Jakiro. They want more. They're going for the Razor. They can't work their way around the trees, though. Frostbite will hold the axe back for now. He's got 2 seconds to a blink. He can go in again if he wants. The Crystal Maiden ulties. The Slark can't get away, and he will go down for 560 gold. That's a mega kill streak to the Crystal Maiden. Poor Slark finally going down. Venge kind of in over her head right now. Might be able to take the Crystal Maiden, but it's going to have to be really decisive about it. If so, the creeps will spot her. Oh no. Oh no, Venge. You don't have a TP. You are so hosed. 2 seconds to Force Staff. Swap. For some reason, Crystal Nova will secure that kill, and that's kind of unfortunate. Meanwhile, Axe does get a kill on the Lycan, but I liked watching that part better. That was a funnier fight. The Berserker's Call will catch the Bristleback for a little bit, and oh, he did want a Heaven's Halberd. Nice. Jukes. Heaven's Halberd disarms the Bristleback for the moment, but that's not even really his biggest function. Razor has the Ags, will be pushing this tower by himself given that Slark is down, but Axe has something to say about that. Blade Mail is up. He could go for this. Puck comes in. Will we see a Dream Coil? Nope, not just yet. That does chase the Razor off, though. There's a Jakiro to help out. A little bit of friendly banter between the two teams, given that last amazing team fight between two people. And what's our friend Slark doing? He's got his Scotty now. Nice. Puck got his Yules going for an Aghanims. Alright. Gonna make his Dream Coil better. Dig it. Like good Dream Coils. Jakiro struggling to get much out of his items. Looks like he wants to get a Yules eventually, but he's so darn poor. Crystal Maiden again in that 4 position. Oh, the jump onto Bristleback. Can they stop him? Magic Missile comes in. Ice Blast there. This is going to be an easy kill for Slark, and he does take it. Bristleback pushing a little bit too far. And like I mentioned in the beginning of the game, even with this rat pushy team, like Razor, Lycan, so much push on buildings and everything, the other team has a lot of ways to stop you from TPing out. A lot of ways. So I can't help but think that, you know, you need to have a way to create the space. They did a really great job in the beginning of the game of making enough space for the Lycan to go push without, you know, 4 heroes coming up his butt. But enough of that. Here's the team fight. Ice Blast going to hit just the Lycan. He's going after Axe. Can Axe take it? Big dunk. Got him. Slark nails the Razor. Puck in a little bit of trouble, but the Ice Path isn't going to be enough here. Venge chasing him down. Magic Missile's going to knock him out for Slark to hit home runs. All right. 4-for-1 trade. Axe does end up dying, but Crystal Maiden is on a cliff. All right. See you later. Let's see that fight recap. That's a 2,000, 3,000 gold swing for the Dire with 1 hero down. Using all their cooldowns, but that's okay at this point. The BKB for Lycan was used, and to pretty good effect, but it wasn't enough to keep him alive. Just too much damage coming out from Axe and friends. Wu-Tang laying it down and laying down his life. I'd like to see a Hex come out from Puck. If Puck could get himself to a Hex, that would be a great item. Even Slark could do it, honestly, if he wanted to. It's okay to get a Hex on a carry because you can just disable the single targets that you're going after. And really, Slark could use it so that he could go on these 2 hero killing sprees where he's doing just fine taking out 1 hero on the other team. But with a Hex, he could take out 2. Venge, not having learned her lesson from last time, has no TP once again. Puck being like, yeah, I'm going to help you, and then just leaves. will get his blink off and he'll be okay, but the Venge still in trouble, has no ability to get out. Big call, big Ice Blast. Is it enough? Is it enough? Razor's here. He's turning on the BKB. He's got the ulti. The Blade Mail is already down for Axe. Not that it makes a difference against the BKB and Razor, but the whole team for Radiant comes in, and they are just throwing away that kill. 3-for-0 trade because Venge was out of position. You know, sometimes you just gotta let your supports die. It happens, but if you're not carrying a TP, your life might be forfeit. Puck backing up as Radiant takes a really great opportunity to go into Roche and get themselves an Aegis. Slark is unfortunately in kind of a bad place to push lanes. He's going to go mid, which is the right decision here, but he'll have to be really careful once the Roshan has been killed. Message goes up. Aegis on Razor. Good decision, as Razor has probably the hardest time getting out of these situations of the 3 cores on Radiant. Team 7. You get him, Potato. Slark has managed to push up that mid lane in the absence of Radiant push mid, and it looks like he'll be able to get at least some tower damage done, but he needs a TP back stat. This fight is about to happen, and his racks are in danger. Unless they are just straight up forfeiting these racks, Slark needs to go. And it looks like they might just give it to him. There's a fortification coming out. The Ice Blast does hit on 3 heroes. Solid Ice Blast. Puck going in. Will he Dream Coil? There's the silence. Grabs 1. Maiden ulti. Oh! And it looks like Radiant's taking a really solid fight here. Lycan chasing down the remaining supports. Axe forced to turn tail. Puck barely getting out. Maiden gets the frostbite on Axe. Will Axe go down? Lots of damage from Lycan. He dunks the Maiden. The gem is on the ground, but it looks like the racks are gone. No buybacks for the Radiant. You know, Axe is coming back. Slark jumping onto that Razor, whose BKB is cooled down already somehow. And it looks like Slark will have a grand old time over there while Axe goes after the Lycan and the Bristle at the same time. He hasn't used his halberd yet. Could be disarming one of them. Oh, Slark comes in from behind, having taken care of the Razor, goes after the Lycan. Axe is in trouble, though. Bristle has taken so much armor, 4 stacks of snot on him. Puck comes in, does some damage from the front, and it looks like they've got the dunk. Axe playing a very dangerous game, going down to 70 hit points. Probably one more Quill Spray would have killed him. That's 80 base damage. Bristleback does a lot more than that when he has his Fury stacked up. So that was actually so close, like 1 to 3 frames maybe. That is a hairline. Wow. Well played though by Dire, getting that buyback, coming back out swinging, and saving their mid racks. Honestly, they lost a tower, but they saved their mid racks, and that's a big deal. Radiant still in a good lead, still up 7,000 gold almost. But you know, it's anybody's game. I think either team could take this. Venge ends up being pretty good late game with her growth as long as she carries TPs. Slark is great late game. Axe can do a decent amount of disable and get rid of those pesky hard to kill heroes with the dunks. Slark could be finding Razor in this jungle. Doesn't quite get there. See a yellow ping from Lycan come out. And they'll both back off to farm. Although the Razor looks like he might just be going home. Got a Percy. Alright. Are you going Lincoln's? Refresher. He's going Refresher. Maiden gets nailed with an Ice Blast, and an Axe Ice Blast is just sad face time for her. Slark actually able to push out lanes solo now, doing a great job of that. Cuts off the bottom lane, while Puck does some damage and waits for the creep wave. Looks like they'll secure this bottom T1 tower pretty easily. No glyph for the Radiant team. There it goes. Ah, Yule's finally up on Jakiro. Great stuff. See, maybe building an AC on the Lycan. That'll be good for his team. Help speed up Razor. Get pretty offensive there. And Dire is forced to back up now. Slark, not quite continuing to push, knows that these mid racks are super important and can be, you know, a really big factor in the late game here. If you're down 2 racks, it's very hard to come back, especially when you're still against tier 2 towers on the opposing side. Big swap from Venge. Puts the Lycan in the middle of it. Missed call, but a secured Dream Coil. Lycan is forced to fight here. Can they get enough damage before the team catches up? Snot's coming out. Here's the Ice Path. Locks the team in place for a big Crystal Maiden ulti. Oh, and she almost dies to her own blade mail damage. Slark forced to run away through the Macro Pyre. Can't shrug it off in time. And the Razor ulti with the BKB comes through. That might be GG. It's definitely mid-racks. 2 buybacks. Slark knows it's time to go ham. Jumps on the Razor. Puck joins him. Throws the orb. They get the Jakiro. Can they chase off the Razor before their buildings go down? They've lost top racks already. This is it. Slark is running. He has no Shadow Blade. He has no ulti. Puck has nothing left. Orbs away, and the tier 4s are going down unopposed. That looks like it might seal the deal here for Radiant as Bristleback hangs out in the fountain and tries to kill Puck. Not going to work. GG is called. And that is game 2 and the match, I think. Unless we're doing a best of 5, but I think it's a best of 3. So, Team 7 takes it. The nameless numbered team plays a solid series of 2 games and defeats Bias for Atos. Shout out to Agents at Amazons, and well played to everybody. Move boot, and so forth. Thanks for letting me cast, you guys. It's been a pleasure. Do it anytime. And that's it. Thanks for watching the Amazon Day 1 Dota Finals. In-house league. Cool stuff. All people that work at Amazon and play with each other in Dota. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see if I can have more of this stuff coming up soon. Watch the channel sometimes, and enjoy the next 6 minutes of delay. Cheers.